His voice was the last sound I expected to hear that night, a hiss through the stairwell's darkness. "Still clinging to father's scraps, aren't you?" I turned, the shadows cutting sharp lines across his face. His grin looked carved, cruel, rehearsed. I'd only asked him one question: why did the lawyer call me about missing funds? He didn't answer. Instead, he pushed. Cold wood, sharp edges. My ribs cracked against each step. By the time I reached the floor, the air had been stolen from my lungs. Above me, his voice cut through the haze. "You're worthless, just like him." And then silence. The carpet beneath me turned dark with blood. My body trembled, fragile. But my mind remained awake, sharper than the pain. I dragged myself forward, through the alley, past the flickering streetlight, to her door. My mother's apartment. The woman who never raised her voice. The woman who never took sides. I knocked once before collapsing. When I woke, she was sitting in her chair. Not beside me, not touching me, just watching. Her silence had always been louder than words. The pain in my body was almost irrelevant compared to the words circling my mind. Worthless, just like your dead father. Father, the man I buried with trembling hands. The man who left me his home, his savings, his library of secrets. My brother had always hated him, claimed father favored me. But this? Theft, betrayal, violence? It went deeper. I remembered the lawyer's voice on the phone. Too careful, too rehearsed. There are discrepancies in the account transfers. I remembered the sudden coldness in my brother's eyes weeks before, when I'd mentioned filing taxes in father's name one last time. Pieces connected, quietly, without mercy. And my mother, she said nothing. Her gaze drifted to the window, to the city, to anywhere but me. I understood. She already knew. Her silence wasn't ignorance. It was complicity. I left her apartment before sunrise, bruised, broken, but steady. I said nothing to my brother. I did not return his calls. Instead, I began. The lawyer, bank statements, old ledgers. Each document carried fingerprints of his theft, small, deliberate withdrawals, transfers disguised as maintenance. I traced the numbers, one by one, into a clean ledger of my own. His mistakes lined up neatly under my pen. Still, paper wasn't enough. I needed truth that pierced deeper. So I watched. His house, his car, the people he met in bars, the envelopes exchanged with strangers, the late-night arguments muffled behind glass. Every sight fueled me, but I remained calm. My voice stayed even when I spoke to him. "We should visit Mother more often." He nodded. He never noticed the quiet suspicion in my tone. The anger never reached my face. It lived only inside me, compressed, sharpened, waiting. And then, what I suspected all along, an envelope with my father's signature, forged, authorizing a full transfer of the last untouched account. That was the proof, the nail through the coffin of his lies. I ordered certified copies, stamped, irrefutable. I waited until he came to Mother's apartment. He spoke too loudly, too confidently, filling the silence she never broke. I placed the folder on the table between us. "Open it." He frowned, impatient. Then he did. His hands shook first, then his jaw. His eyes scanned the pages, the stamps, the signatures side by side, the forgery, the original, the theft spelled out in black ink. "Where did you get this?" His voice cracked. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. He looked at Mother then, desperate, searching for defense. She looked away. Her silence gutted him deeper than my evidence. For the first time, he seemed small. I leaned forward, calm, steady. My body still ached, but my voice did not tremble. "You pushed me down those stairs." His mouth opened. closed. No denial came. You stole what was never yours, and you tried to bury me with it. I slid the folder closer. The police will see this. The bank already has copies. There is no undoing it. His face drained of color. His hands clutched at the papers like a drowning man grasping water. And then I added softly, "Father was right about you." Silence crushed the room. He broke first. "You can't, please, you can't ruin me." But I had already ruined him. Not with anger, not with violence, but with truth. I stood. My body screamed, but my steps were steady. I did not look back. I never returned to that apartment. The lawyer called days later. Police had arrived at my brother's door. The accounts were frozen. His face, once smug, was now reduced to a booking photograph. Mother said nothing. She never would. But I didn't need her words. I had my own. I replayed the moment at the bottom of the stairs, his voice seething in the dark. "Worthless, just like your dead father." Now I knew the truth. He was the one father saw clearly, the one never worth saving. And me? I wasn't worthless. I was finished with them. Forever.